Welcome to the EZU course on managing payees and billing companies in EZLynx. Please keep in mind that this video is intended for those with admin accounting access. The Payees tab is a word bank that holds all entities the accounting product will use. We will cover how to add finance companies, agency bill companies, and direct bill companies for your invoices. So, let's get started. First, let's dive into how to set up the default payee configuration. To navigate there, hover over the accounting icon and select Configuration. You'll land on the Payees tab, where you can manage payees with which you do business and configure their payment settings. We'll come back to this page later. At the top of the page, click on the System Settings tab and scroll down to the bottom of the page. Essentially, the default payee configuration is where you can set default payment terms and grace times for billing companies, as well as internal and external producers. Please note that if the payment terms are changed via the System Settings tab, it will not retroactively change already existing payees and their payment terms. Changes will only apply to new payees as they're added from that point forward. To change payment terms for an existing payee, you will need to do so on the Payees tab by clicking Edit on that specific payee. In the Default Payment Terms drop-down, go ahead and select your terms for each. Now, enter in the default days grace for each of your selections. When you're done, click Save at the bottom, and then at the top of the page, you will see a brief ribbon saying, Saved. Now that our default payee configuration is saved, navigate back to the Payees tab we originally started on. Notice the search bar at the top of the page where you can search by payee name and type, if need be. Additionally, you can sort columns by clicking the arrow icons to the right of the column header. In the bottom right-hand corner of the page, you can navigate through pages. Since we now know the basics of the Payees tab, let's dive into adding payees. The only payees you will add manually to this Payees tab are finance companies. We will not manually add agency bill or direct bill companies, as there are different workflows for each to make sure there are no duplications that will cause reporting issues. First, we'll go over a brief example of how to add a finance company as a payee. The workflow would be similar when adding a tax authority as well. Click Add Payee in the top right-hand corner of the page. You'll notice that we're redirected to the payee information page. Since we're creating a new payee and not editing an existing one, all of the fields and drop-downs will be blank. We'll start at the top of the page and work our way down. To begin, enter the name of the finance company. Next, choose Finance Company in the Type drop-down. Now, select a choice for the payment term and enter in the days grace, just as we did for the default payee configuration. In the URL field, you can enter the finance company's website address if you wish to do so. Additionally, you can enter any important information or comments in the comments field, should you need to. You can add an address or contact for your new payee by clicking the respective buttons. As soon as you're finished filling out all necessary information, click Save at the bottom of the page. Once the new payee is saved, you'll be redirected back to the Payees tab. To edit a payee, click the Edit button in the far right-hand column. You'll be redirected to the payee information page, where you can manage their details. Here, you can edit the payee's name, payment term, days grace, payee type, and more. As stated earlier, this is where you can update payment terms for individual payees who already exist in the system. Once you've filled in all pertinent information, click Save. You'll be redirected to the Payees tab once again. Here, you can see the new payee we added. Notice the option to remove under Edit. If you need to delete or remove a payee, click the Remove button. A pop-up will appear asking if you're sure you want to remove the payee. Click Yes to continue removing the payee, or click No to cancel. Please keep in mind that the Remove option will only be available if the payee was manually added on the Payees tab. The default payees can only be edited, not removed. To see this in action, navigate to a customer's account. On the policy card, click the Policy Actions button and select Edit. On the Edit Policy page, make sure the billing type is set to Agency. In the Billing Company drop-down, select the appropriate choice. This is where the billing companies will populate when you add them to the Manage Billing Companies list, which we will discuss later in the video. In the Generate Invoice drop-down, select Yes. Now, click the Save Policy button at the bottom of the page. You'll be redirected to the Create Invoice page. Change the invoice type field to Premium Finance. This shows the Premium Finance Company drop-down, where you can see the finance company we added to the Payees tab. Please note that only finance companies will appear in this drop-down. Next, let's discuss how to manage billing companies for agency bill. To navigate there, hover over the settings icon and select Manage Billing Companies. Go ahead and click on the Add New Billing Company button in the top right-hand corner. When the window appears, type in the name of the billing company. When adding an agency bill company, we recommend putting -AB at the end of the company name, so it's easily distinguishable between agency bill and direct bill. When ready, click Save. We can see our newly added billing company in the list. Let's imagine a mistake was made on the billing company's name. To edit a billing company, click on the actions and select Edit. The window will appear where you can edit the name and save. Next, to hide a billing company, click on Actions then Hide. Now, check the box that says, Show Hidden Billing Companies. You can now see the hidden billing company. Once again, click the Actions drop-down next to the billing name and select Show this time. Now, uncheck the Show Hidden Billing Companies box and you'll see the unhidden billing company. Next, let's review how to add the Manage Billing Company to the Payees tab in Accounting. To do this, we will generate a fake invoice. Navigate to a customer's account on the policy card, click Policy Actions and select Edit. On the Edit Policy page, make sure the billing type is set to Agency. In the Billing Company drop-down, select the company we just added. This is where the billing companies will populate when you add them to the Manage Billing Companies list, which we discussed previously. In the Generate Invoice drop-down, select Yes. Now, click the Save Policy button at the bottom of the page. You'll be redirected to the Create Invoice page where you'll want to double-check everything to ensure it's correct. If you are making a real invoice, in the Line Items table, type in a description for the premium and click the Create Invoice button at the bottom. If you are making the fake invoice, generating the invoice is all it takes to push the billing company into the Payees tab, so you can click the Delete button to delete invoice. If you navigate back to the Payees tab within Accounting, you should now see that the billing company has been added here. Again, this workflow will help make sure there are no duplications in agency billing companies, which could affect your reporting. Now, let's go over how to add a direct bill company or a broker. To navigate there, hover over the settings icon and click on Manage Carriers/Markets. You'll be redirected to the Manage Carrier List page where you'll want to click on the Add New Master Company button. In the search field, type in the company or broker you're looking for and click Search. As you can see, we can't find the broker we're looking for in the list of results, so scroll to the bottom and click Add a Custom Company. Now, type in the name of the company you wish to add, then click Add Custom Company. In the search field, you can search for the writing company by name or the NAIC code. When you're ready, click Save. When adding a direct bill company, we recommend putting a period at the end of the company name, so it's easily distinguishable between direct bill and agency bill. You should now see your newly added company in the Manage Carrier list. To learn more about the Manage Carriers/Markets page, watch our Adding Carriers for Policies video. Now, we need to populate that into the Payees tab like we did for the agency bill. However, instead of using an invoice, we will use a manual commission statement. To do this, hover over the Management System icon and click Statements. Next, click the New button in the top right-hand corner. Since this is a fake commission statement, the only information that is important is the carrier. Select the broker or direct bill company we added to the Manage Carriers/Markets list from earlier. All other required information can be fake. When ready, click Add. Use the Applicant/Policy Number search bar to find a policy to add to the statement. Click on the drop-down to add the policy to the statement. Then, fill in the transaction type, transaction date, premium, and commission with fake data. Now, click the Add button in the bottom right-hand corner. Once added, the final step is to approve the line item. To do this, click the checkbox next to the line item. This will push the direct bill company to the Payees tab. To delete this statement, unapprove the line item. Then, delete the line item from the statement so it is blank again. Click the Back to Commission Statement button. Then click the Actions button next to the fake statement and click Delete. Moving back to the Payees tab, you can see that the direct bill company is now in the Payees tab. Again, this workflow helps avoid duplications on the Payees tab, which can cause reporting issues. That's all for this EZU course on how to manage payees and billing companies. You should now have the knowledge and skills to manage finance companies, agency bill companies, and direct bill companies for your invoices in EZLynx accounting product. To learn more about EZLynx accounting product, check out the accounting playlist. Thanks for watching.